Coming up on Double Take Sports Talk, we will have your previews of our prospective teams, the St. Louis Cardinals and the Chicago Cubs. We'll also have our predictions, headlines, and our final thoughts. That's all next on Double Take Sports Talk. All right, Double Take Sports Talk. Welcome to the podcast with me here, Darren Watts. Say hello to Darren Watts on the opposite side of me.
All right, my man, Darren Watts. What's going on?
All right, what's going on with you?
Not too much, man. Just looking at that.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
All right. There you have it. We have our little nice introduction. So that being said, we are ready to start this podcast. Darren, you ready to do it?
Always, man.
Always. Let's do it. Let's do this. All right, previews, predictions, just only for the St. Louis Cardinals. I'm sorry, Chicago Cubs.
See, you just talking about that too.
I was just talking about that. I was just talking about that. The St. Louis Cardinals had the day off today, so there's no games for them. So we'll head on over and Darryl, we'll talk about the Chicago Cubs preview.
All right, here we go. 8:05 pitch off. We got the 49-69 Cincinnati Reds going up against the 61-55 Chicago Cubs. Of course, that game is going to be at Wrigley Field. The projected starters for this tonight's game, I should say, would be for the Cincinnati Reds would be Asher Wojciechowski. He is, I believe, he was 3-1 on the year with a 4.23 ERA with 46 strikeouts. And on the other side for the Cubs, you got. Let me brace myself for us on this.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Jose Quintana.
Okay, so I take it you don't like him that much.
No, I don't.
Okay, so this is the same situation with Carlos Martinez, and you just talked about me with that. So now I'm about to go to have your butt.
That don't mean nothing.
What you mean it don't mean nothing?
I'm just not a fan of Jose Quintana.
Oh, I'm not a fan of Carlos Martinez.
Yeah, but you was going against that. I'm not. I'm not going against that.
Then what's your problem? Think about that real hard for you answer that question.
Just not a fan of him.
If not a fan, that ain't enough. Something's wrong.
Ain't nothing wrong. I'm just not a fan of him.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was just a bad pickup. I really think it was just a bad pickup.
Based off of what?
Trade. It was a bad pickup.
Go ahead and read his little statistical information.
He's 6-10 on the year with a 4.42 ERA with 143 strikeouts.
Mm-hmm.
Wojciechowski, he took a shutout into the sixth inning, but threw a season-high 92 pitches and retired his final frame with 2 homers allowed. The club was thrilled with his performance overall and used 3 pitches in good locations. So I think they were cutter and something else. I forgot what it was. Quintana, his past 2 starts after 3 strong outings to begin his Cubs tenure, allowing 6 runs versus Arizona and 4 runs, 3 earned versus the Giants. With that being said, he's completed 6 innings in 4 of those 5 starts. A couple things to note. Of course, the Chicago Cubs are trying to maintain their spot in the NL Central, but the St. Louis Cardinals are surging when they won 8 of their last 9 games. They return home from a 6-game West Coast trip. They get a chance to face the Cincinnati Reds. Of course, they have overwhelming success at Wrigley Field in recent history. Let's see. Cincinnati was swept in each of its last 2 series at Wrigley Field, including a 3-game set which was May 16th, 17th, and 18th. The Cubs has won 24 of their last 31 games against the Reds, including 8 of their last 10 series. And the last thing, yes, okay. The Cubs will start lefty Jose Quintana, who is taking the mound for the 6th time in the Cubs uniform. Quintana is winless over his last 3 starts. In his last outing, he gave up 4 runs, of course, I mentioned earlier, 3 earned, or 6 hits over 6 innings in a 6-3 loss to the Giants on Tuesday. That's all I have for the Cubs and the Reds coverage for tonight's game. That's all I got.
So the predictions, predictions for the Chicago Cubs, Cincinnati Reds. Darren, who do you have?
Cubs. Point blank period.
Yep, Cubs. I got Cubs. It's a prime time
but the
game.
Cubs, yeah, but the Cubs going to have a lot of ground makeup. Just throwing it out there.
That's very true.
They got a lot of ground to make up.
That's very true.
St. Louis is
the Cubs have to win this game tonight.
They have to win this game tonight.
They have to win this game tonight. So we'll see how that rolls. So there you have it, the preview and the predictions of the Chicago Cubs and the Cincinnati Reds. All right, let's take a look at the starting lineups and the batting order for the Chicago Cubs and the Cincinnati Reds. Let's take a look at those lineups. Headlines from the NBA, NFL, and MLB. Darren, floor is yours.
All right, here are your headlines for the sports world for August 14th, 2017. I'm going to kick this one off with the NBA. Tony Parker has plans to return from his quad injury that he suffered in the playoffs last season. And lastly, but not least, role model Irvin Magic Johnson's birthday is today. Head on over to NBA.com. They got his tribute of top 10 career assists, which I enjoyed watching. I've already watched. I've watched it 4 times already, and I'm going to watch it again after this podcast.
That's right.
Point blank period.
That's it. YouTube got a lot of good stuff on Magic Johnson out there.
Oh, yeah. They always have good stuff out there.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to the NFL side. Of course, we had 2 games yesterday in the NFL, which, of course, one featured the 1:30 game with the Indianapolis Colts and the Detroit Lions. The Lions won that game, of course, 24-10. And then you have the Seahawks and the Chargers, which the Seahawks just dominated that game, 48-17. Yeah, that's what I said. That was pretty bad. Jerry Mercer says there's no guarantee that Andrew Luck will be ready for opener. I just think you just need to just set him to the side since the offensive line's not 100% ready to protect him just yet. So just leave him be right now, and I think he'll be okay once he rehabs.
Yeah.
Even more. Let's see. Nope, that's it for the NFL side. Moving on to the MLB. Of course, I mentioned it before with the Cardinals surging, trying to take ahead of the NL. They are going to be the ones on this week's Rise. The Twins, and also I think there was another team, I forgot who it was. They are also going to be on the rise for this week of baseball games. And, of course, I got to headline this on MLB TV. The 2 New York City teams facing off the Mets and the Yankees in the interleague matchup. That's going to be fun.
Always.
Always fun. Just had the I-70, had the crosstown. Now it's the New York City.
Yep.
And I just want to note something. This is outside of the sports world headlines, but I just had to put this out there. I know quite a few people have heard about this already. It's only been about 2 or 3 hours now. Ric Flair has been hospitalized with a serious medical issue, and I believe it is a heart issue. So as of Saturday, they claimed that it was nothing to panic about. It was just a monitoring routine. And then Sunday, it got pretty serious. That's when they tweeted out that they needed prayers for this man. So just putting it out there. Prayers for him and his family. That's all I got for the sports world of MLB, NFL, and NBA for August 14th, 2017. All right, final thoughts. You got anything for us there?
Nope.
Never do. All right, neither do I. So you go ahead and wrap this baby up and get on out of here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that is another edition of Double Take Sports Talk. If you like what you see, just give this video a thumbs up. How you feel about today's show, you can just comment on the comment section below. As usual, we're here. Of course, we got the social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can hit us up there. You have any questions for us, you can hit us up on those social media sites too. We'll reply the best way we can. But until then, I'm Darren. Darren's on the opposite side.
Yep.
All right, catch up with us on another episode of Double Take Sports Talk. Until then, ciao. Double Take Sports Talk here with me, Darren Watts. As many of you know, me and Darren enjoy talking sports and giving out stats, but we also enjoy entertaining while doing it. So with that being said, you can check us out on the social media side and get more involved in our podcast. We're on Twitter at DTST2414, or you like us on Facebook, Double Take Sports Talk page at The Watch Brothers. We're also on YouTube. Like, share, do what you got to do with that. Once again, we don't mind. Also, we are finally back on the podcast app for audio-only purposes for those who enjoy audio-only of our podcast. We're also on the blog, feature critical thinking and analysis, and you can check that out at doubletakesportstalk.blogspot.com. Thanks again.